All right then, I think that's more than enough work for a weekend, to be honest. So I'm off home, but we've got the first cut done, and that's what I needed to do. So first cut, heavy cut done on all of the body panels and the entire car now. Like I said, it's just really critical to get that done within the time frame, within the time window. Otherwise, this clear coat that we're using at the moment, 50500, it just gets absolutely rock solid, and it's incredibly difficult to polish it. So yeah, it's really important that we got that first initial cut done within this 4-day time frame. Yeah, we've just about managed it. So looking nice. Off home, going to enjoy the rest of the weekend. Pick up on this. To be honest, probably tomorrow, but we shall see. So just little finishing touches then. New number plate lights, LEDs, original harness, splice the two together, and then it will fit onto the original harness on the back of the car there as well. That's that taken care of. Obviously, new bumper. The old fixings just didn't work with this one, so we've gone with new lights altogether. Same for the front bumper. Yeah, little finishing touches now, and then reassemble. Right then guys, joining me on a very snowy, wet, miserable Tuesday afternoon. It's delayed us a little bit. Weather like this unfortunately delays ever so slightly because we can't move the restoration work around, unfortunately. It's all very well having the 4 units separate and each, fit for purpose, but unfortunately they're not connected together. So to get the restoration work outside, obviously the snow has calmed down now actually, but it was bad earlier, so we couldn't even push the cars out. But anyway, never mind, making the best of the booth time and the heating in here, to be honest. So 2 jobs in here at the moment. This was just dent repair, quite a large dent down there, and then an A7 bumper over there as well. On that note as well, I will say, again, that's the extent that we always go to on the bumpers, front and rear bumpers, always stripped of all trim, resprayed in full, don't do the blend-ins here, and we do always strip them down to that sort of level as well, so it's completely bare. As you can see, yeah, a lot of trim pieces and fiddly bits and pieces on an Audi bumper, but it's the only way that I can guarantee the jobs for the lifetime of the ownership, so that's what we always do. Yeah, so just 2 jobs in at the same time, like I said, saves on the gas. Crack on with these ones, see what the weather's doing, and then hopefully get some filler on the Jensen. Okay, that's the first layer of filler done on the Jensen. We haven't done the roof, but other than that, we've pretty much done all of the main body panels, the bits and pieces that I wanted to do for that first initial skim. So again, Novel for Classic range, the hybrid epoxy we've used on this one, means we did not need to sand it down or scuff it down at all, just straight on with the filler. It's all completely compatible, and it means that we can keep the maximum surface build on there of the epoxy for corrosion resistance going forwards, even though it's e-coated as well, but it's just that extra little precaution. So you can see the green at the front, really cold day today. We've had a little heater going. The green at the front is the cured filler, put that on a little bit earlier in the day, and this pink section at the back is still curing, probably will be for the next hour or so as well in this weather. Really rough and ready to go. Ripples, wavy. It's on there relatively thick at the moment, but you'll see in the next few videos, or maybe next week actually at this stage, but it all gets sanded off into the hoover bag, so it will be very, very thin at the end of the day. There's not huge waves and ripples in this car in terms of fill sections anyway, so it's not going to have a lot of filler on there. Looks like it at the moment. I can promise you it won't be. We're going to be sanding most of that off. It will all end up in the hoover bag. Yeah, like I said, it's on there about as smooth as we can make it in this weather, just freezing cold day, so really difficult to actually apply the filler smoothly. But yeah, anyway, you can probably hear in the background over there somewhere, Wingy Enzo ready to go home. So I'll leave it there for now, pick up on it again tomorrow, and Dino's ready as well. Another snowy start to the morning. Just a quick one on this, just sealing on a customer supplied spoiler. So we didn't paint this spoiler, but we've just sealed it on. Nice little bead of sealant all the way along that bottom edge there, and obviously sealed from the inside as well. Yeah, it's come out quite neat and tidy, this one. Pretty pleased with that, to be fair. Okay, that is now the Jensen fully into filler then. So we went ahead and did the roof as well, did a few of the door edges, all bits and pieces around the rear end. So I've left the front and the rear end basically from the lowers down at the moment. We've got more than enough work to be getting on with to start with. Done the main parts of the body. Obviously the doors still aren't on properly at the moment, but yeah, just wanted to get that filler on there within that window that I talked about before. So it's ready to go to the next stages now, essentially. And as you may have seen from previous, surprise, a complete one. So this one's just in. I'm going to be doing this on the weekend actually. So, well, weekends, bit of a weekend project for me. It's in for, let's call it a blowover. I hate that word. But it's not a full glass out, it's not a full restoration, just obviously some welding work has been done on the arches, more so around the other side actually, bits and pieces down there. I think the sill on the other side has been done as well. So yeah, really helpful to have this one here, to be honest, because it allows us to see what the body lines and gaps and various trim fitment are meant to be like, essentially. So helps us out with that one big time. So I'll take loads of photos of this one whilst I've got it, just to make sure we are on the right track. You know, being able to see where all these chrome pieces go and all that sort of thing helps us out a lot. Not too happy with the fitment of the bonnet and the doors on this, so we will have a fiddle around and see what we can do with this. But like I said, it's going to be a weekend project, so it's not going to interfere or get in the way of any of the other things that I've got going on. Got more than enough on in the shop as it is at the moment. Yeah, just a little fill-in job for me on the weekends. But these are the main focus. Well, that and the other everyday repair work. Yeah, keep cracking on. All right then, end of the week check-in as always. It's been a bit of a funny week this week actually. A lot of snow, ice disruptions, so I can't really say we're as far forwards as I wanted to be, or I was thinking I was going to be at the end of this week. But we've had a good week. We've got a lot done on this one, as you can see. I'd say it's probably 90% there now. So obviously, just got to tidy up the arch trims a little bit, doors back on, indicators, gapping work. We haven't gapped the bonnet, so this gap is not correct as it stands at the moment. I've got to rewire these front lights. I've started doing it. I was hoping that that was going to be an indicator when I put it all back together. It's not, it's a side light. So we will keep that as the indicator and put it into the, I've got them over there somewhere. I haven't shown them on the car yet, or I might have shown them earlier in a previous video. But anyway, got to rewire that. Got to make some modifications to the arch liner if I can. They're always a bit tricky with these body kits, but we'll have a look and see what we can do. Yeah, just the last stages of finishing touches now, like I said, and then obviously the final finish polish as well to bring the gloss levels out as much as they possibly can be. Yeah, all in all, pleased with how this one's going. It's going to look very, very different to how it came in, obviously, but obviously as well, when it's back on the ground at its correct ride height with its wheels on, I think it's really going to look good, this one. So be sad to see it go, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, as always, have a good weekend, guys. I'm going to be in tomorrow, probably starting work on the Jensen, like I said, on the second one, because that is my weekend project. We'll see. I've got a few other bits and pieces that I need to do as well, but technically the shop's not open on the weekends, so yeah, tidy up and my own project sort of thing is what we normally do on weekends. I'll try and get that in the videos in any case. Yeah, have a good weekend, guys, and I'll catch you next week anyway.